Good morning, everybody. I'm David Kaz. I'm president of DMK Metal. Very excited to be working closely with Elderwerks on this fundraising idea called Gold for Good. And such a great cause. And I've been partnered with Elderwerks in the past with some educational presentations, but this one is very special. And so honored to be part of this. So what I'd like to do is go ahead and explain the program to you. I've been actually a little bit about myself. I've been a gold and silver enthusiast for many years. I was a coin collector as a kid, and I was more excited about silver than I was about coins back then. And I've been running this business, DMK Metal, for about 10 years now, where I help people who are looking to sell their unwanted gold and silver at the highest prices. So partnered with Elderwerks, transitioning this concept into Gold for Good, a fundraiser for seniors, as Emily shared. So let's talk about how this program works. There's actually two different ways where we can make a big difference through Gold for Good. So first, you can assemble some of your items, old broken jewelry, sterling flatware, stuff you've got laying around the house that might be worth thousands of dollars and you might not even know it. Stuff that you gathered from your aunt, your cousin, your grandmother, your friends, and you could actually donate these items outright to Elderwerks, and I convert that to a cash donation that goes to the Elderwerks good causes. So these could be items that you normally wouldn't think have a ton of value, don't have a way of selling, other ways, things like broken or damaged jewelry, outdated inherited items, dental gold, which has no other use than to sell it. It's really, the stuff that you, the kids and the grandkids don't want. So the first way to do this is an outright donation, and then you'd get a receipt for the cash value of your items that you donate. So that's the first way. The second thing you could do, you might have items worth many thousands of dollars. You're very excited about giving to Elderwerks for this cause. However, you don't want to give everything away to Elderwerks. So what we could do is I can meet with you individually at your convenience. I could buy your items, and then you could take a portion of the proceeds of what I pay you and donate that to Elderwerks. So let's say, for example, you have $5,000 worth of jewelry or watches or flatware or coins, etc. I can write you a check for those items, and then you could take a portion of that money and donate it to Elderwerks. So that's really the two ways that you can go about giving to this program: donate outright or sell stuff to me and then donate a portion of the proceeds. All right, so what I'd like to do is help you to identify your valuable items that you have laying around the house. This is also, I'll go into how I sit down and identify what is the good gold and silver. So here's some tips and pointers for you. So the first thing you want to do, get yourself a very powerful magnet. So this happens to be a magnet I use that's very around the house. If you think they might be gold or silver, the first test would be a magnet. So here you can see two bracelets. Both of them are gold. Here they are as well. They both look gold to me, but the one, actually, this one sticks to the magnet. So based on that, I'm pretty confident this is not gold, all right? Now this bracelet does not stick. Now that's not a guarantee that it's gold, but we know we got a fighting chance, right? So again, get yourself a powerful magnet. Then what you want to do is get a loupe or a powerful magnifying glass, and this is more important than the magnet. All right, so this allows us to look at our items, figure out which ones have value. And again, when I meet with you or when you drop off at Elderwerks, I'm going to be doing this, but this is just a good way for you to go about identifying your own items on your, at comfort of your own home. All right, so what are you looking for on gold jewelry? So we are looking for a stamp, and that stamp could be on, the clasp itself, very small. So that's why you need a loupe to see it, because it could actually be on that clasp. It could be a little tag like that. And again, I don't know if you see that video very clearly, but jewelry might have a tag or stamp. Rings have a marking on the inside. So what are you looking for? So we're looking for 10K, 14K, 18K, or you might be looking for numbers. So you might be looking for the number 417. So 417 means 417 parts per thousand gold, or 41.7% gold. That is 10 karat. For 14 karat gold, you might be looking for the 14K or 585. So that means 58.5% gold. So 14 karat gold is 58.5% gold, or 585 parts per thousand. So when you're looking on your jewelry or any item at a gold item, you're looking for that 10K, 14K, 417, 585. 18 karat gold is 75% gold. So you're going to see 750. So if you've got some jewelry that maybe you bought in Italy on a trip, it might say 750. That means it's 18 karat or 750 parts per thousand gold. And if it's white gold or yellow gold, it's the same amount of gold. So the white gold just means that there's more silver precious metals mixed with the gold to turn it that silver or white color. But be confident that if it says 750, if it's white gold, it's still 18 karat, 18 karat gold. Indian gold, if you have any friends that have gone to India or from India, that gold is it's very yellow and buttery looking. So that might say 22K or 917. So that's almost 92% gold. So very high gold content. There is 24 karat gold jewelry out there. It's usually comes from Asia. So from China, South Korea. And if it's a bracelet or a necklace, when you find 24 karat gold jewelry, it's going to have a serpentine clasp on it. And it's going to say 24K or 999, meaning 99.9% gold. With dental gold, so here's an example. Hopefully you can see this. This is a tooth. It also comes with the root. So I buy, a lot of dental gold, and sometimes it comes with the tooth. But dental gold is usually 16 karat gold, and it's not going to be stamped. A dentist does not put 16K on your tooth, but it is usually 16 karat. So it's better than most jewelry, actually. All right, that's gold. Now with silver, what are we looking for? We're really trying to identify the sterling silver. Now, sterling means it's 92.5% silver. The other 7.5% is usually copper. So what you're looking for on your flatware, right, or your silver jewelry or silver watches, you're looking for it to say sterling on the back, or you're looking for it to have the number 925, okay? Or it could, now there's other things you're looking for that are maybe not necessarily sterling. So you might look for the word silver. And if it says silver, that's usually a higher percentage silver than the 92.5%. Now, if you've got some silver, sterling flatware, silver flatware, you've got, stuff like this, serving pieces or candelabras, candlestick holders. Let's say it's antique or it comes from Europe. It might have different numbers. It might have a number like 700, 800, 835. From Finland, there's 813H, 900. So that means how many parts per thousand that item is silver. So it's not quite sterling, but it's very close. So if it's 900, it's 90% silver instead of 92.5% silver. Now, another thing you're looking for on items that are older and from Europe are the hallmarks. And what you're looking for primarily is the side image profile of a lion. And with that lion means sterling. So if you look on the back of a fork or on the bottom of, a serving piece, and you see, 3 or 4 images, and one of those images is a side profile of a lion, that does mean sterling. Other things you're looking for is a panther head. There's panthers with crowns on them that I've seen. You're looking for a king or a queen. Those all mean sterling. That all means the good stuff. Now, you also might look for an eagle. And I think this watch, if I open it up, says coin on the inside. I don't know if you can see very well, but it says coin. So coin silver is 90% silver, just like our old US coins used to be 90% silver. So you're either seeing the word coin, or you're seeing within the hallmark an image of an eagle. And that means, again, coin silver. Now, what if you can't see a stamp? So a lot of what I buy is damaged, broken. If we've got a broken, necklace or bracelet, the clasp might be gone, the tag might be gone. It might not stick to a magnet, but is it gold? Is it fake? We don't know. It doesn't have a tag on it. So what's very important for me and for other, guys in my business is an acid test kit. So with this acid test kit, I'm able to test for 10 karat gold, 14 karat, 18 karat, 22 karat platinum. So I bring all those acids with me. So if something does not have a tag, or maybe it's that dental gold that I showed you, when I, whether you drop items off at Elderwerks and I go through them, or I meet with you and, at your convenience, either way, I have the acid test kit and I can check for the carat. And again, very important, because you might have broken necklaces that have been sitting in a jewelry box for, 30, 40 years, 10 years, whatever it might be. And you're not sure if it's gold, and you can't find a marking. You got your loop, you can't find it. So just so you know, and some of you might have experienced selling, precious metals in the past, but that's what we use the acid test kit for, especially if we can't find a tag. But what about coins and bullion? So with coins, in the United States, we used to have gold and silver coins. And 1964 and before, the dimes, the quarters, the half dollars, and the silver dollars were 90% silver. So this would be, just to give you a couple examples. Here's an old, silver dollar. Again, 90% silver. Here's an old half dollar with Ben Franklin on it. Before Ben Franklin, the half dollar was what was called a walking liberty. So these pre-65 coins were 90% silver. And another word for them are junk silver. All right, so in 1933 and before, we had gold coins. I actually don't have one sitting here, but we had gold coins from 1933 and before. We had $1, $2.50, $5, $10, $20 gold coins. And those were 90% gold and 10% copper. So very valuable. So as you're going through coins, you're looking for 64 and before, dimes, quarters, halves, and silver dollars. Now the pennies were never silver, right? In 1943, we had a steel penny during 1943 during the war. The only time nickels had silver was 1942 to 1946. During World War II, nickel was very important for building tanks and armaments. So the US government added silver into the nickel, so 42 to 46. Otherwise, nickels had no silver throughout history. Now, the more current gold and silver coins that you could buy as an investor would be eagles in the United States. So you have a gold eagle and a silver eagle. And if you look at the picture in the lower right, now those are 100% gold, 100%, they're marked 999, so 99.9% gold, 99.9% silver. And other countries issue gold coins. You've got Krugerrands from South Africa. Those were the first coins, US citizens were buying in the 70s. You've got maple leafs from Canada. You've got pandas from China. You have philharmonics from Austria. You have sovereigns from Great Britain. So you might have gold and silver coins that you might not even know what they are. Again, just to give you some ideas, this is a good way for you to go through your own items. Now, you might also, in addition to having government issued coins from all over the world, the United States, you might also have gold and silver bars, or what are known as rounds. A round is a coin that's not issued by the government, but it's created by mints and refineries. So you might be aware of, the Franklin Mint has been selling, what they call collectible coins for a long time. So those would be considered rounds. And you could buy gold and silver bars you might have laying around. You could have little teeny 1 gram gold bars. You could have half ounce, 1 ounce, 10 ounce, 100 ounce bars that are gold and silver. So again, usually people know when they have these because they're very valuable. But the rounds, you may not know. You might have some coins laying around and you weren't sure and didn't even know that they were gold and silver. So again, you could always ask me questions. I can help you with these identifications. All right, so let's go back to the Gold for Good program and how it works. All right, so one, you could drop items off at their Palatine office, and then I'll go there periodically and I'll be able to go through your items and be able to give credit to you as I write a check out to Elderwerks. Or what's more common is I can meet with you at your convenience, and that could be at your home, which is most common. But I've met people at their lawyer's office, at their bank near their safety deposit box. I've met at libraries, wherever it's most convenient and safe for you. I'm very happy to schedule a one-on-one meeting. All right, so there's the drop off at Elderwerks, or there's the meeting at your convenience. All right, so what do I do? So here's some examples of jewelry boxes and treasure boxes. So I'm going to go through that jewelry box, and you might have it in old bins, wherever you keep your old jewelry. Maybe you've inherited some over the years. Your great aunt gave you jewelry, your grandmother. whatever the case may be. People have jewelry boxes, they've got, baggies filled with stuff. So I'm going to go through those, and I'm going to use my tools that I just kind of walked you through, and I'll separate those items out. So first I'll put aside the costume jewelry, because costume is not something that I buy. It might have value, but it's not something that I buy. I focus on precious metals. So I'm going to create a pile of sterling. So all of your sterling rings and necklaces and pins and things like that. I'll make a pile of 10 karat gold. I'll make a pile of 14 karat gold. I'll make a pile of 18 karat gold. And then more, less common would be 22 karat or 24 karat jewelry. That's, far less common. But it's very important to separate out the items into the piles, because each carat of gold has a different value from each other. So this is, I really, kind of like educating as I go, but that's what I'm doing, is I'm separating your items out into separate piles. All right. And that's as it relates to the jewelry. Now let's talk about silver. So silver, the biggest reason for me to come to your home, again, at your convenience, is to go through cabinets or drawers or pantries filled with silver items. All right. So I can go through all those, and I've spent hours at people's homes going, because they might have a lot of silver, either they've accumulated or they've inherited from family members. And I'm going to go through piece by piece. So what am I doing? I'm separating the plated items from the sterling items. And silver plated, I didn't go into much detail, but it unfortunately does not have a lot of value. As part of the Gold for Good program, though, I will buy it, and it's just a low, price. My refinery does take plated. So as part of this program, I'm happy to buy it if you're looking to get rid of it. Otherwise, you could figure out something else to do with your plated items. Now, the sterling items have a lot of value. So that's very important for me to separate the sterling from the plated. Just for your own education, plated items might say something like EP, electroplated. It might say EPNS, electroplated nickel silver. It might say silver over copper. It might have a number like A1, A2. It might say community. These are all things that show that it is plated. So if you are going through your own items, that's just so you're kind of getting a feeling for what you own that might be sterling, what you might have that is plated. So again, I separate the sterling from the plated, and I'll weigh each of those big piles separately. Now, I also go through the coins, and this is something I encourage you to do on your own, because you're definitely not going to want to, plunk down a massive, old water bottle filled with coins in front of me. That takes a long time, but I will. It's, again, it's up to you. But if you want to go through your own, it's very, very rare that you're going to find gold coins in there. Very rare. I've only seen it one time. I've met with someone where they put down in front of me a jar of coins, and sure enough, there was a $2.50 gold coin in there. One time it's happened in the years I've been doing this. So, but if you're lucky enough that you've got gold coins in there, you definitely want to find them. And gold coin from the US is going to, on the back of it, say $1, $2.50, $5, $10. It'll jump right out at you. It's very shiny. It does not tarnish. But again, that's the rare circumstance. So with silver coins, as you're going through your piggy banks and your jars of coins and your drawers that have lots of coins, you're looking for, again, the old, an old $50. Now, this is a Kennedy $50. In 1964, these were 90% silver, but from 65 through 70, they were actually 40% silver. So you're going to want to find all your Kennedy halves in just use this rule of thumb. If it's 1970 or before, you're going to want to put it aside. Now, your old silver dollars. So they stopped making these. We stopped making these in the US in 1935. So 1935 and before, these were 90% silver. Now in 1971, we started creating silver dollars with Eisenhower on them. And those were not silver. Those were copper and zinc. But in 1976, during the bicentennial year, you could buy proof sets where they were 40% silver. So the Eisenhowers, very rare that you're going to find one in your collection that are silver. And then dimes, here, the dime from 1964 looks identical to the dimes we're using today. But 1964 and before dimes were 90% silver. Okay. So what I'm going to do is when I meet with you is I will separate those out for you. So if you want to do some of your own homework, that's kind of what this purpose of this video is to help you do a little bit of work at home. But I will go ahead and I will separate out all the silver coins and put them in stacks. And, you know, all the 90%ers I'll have, but I'll also have stacks of the 40% half dollars. And that way we can show you, or I can show you exactly what you have that's got way more value than just the face value. Now, going back now, here you see a couple of scales. I'm going to weigh the sterling, and I actually have a bigger scale than you see on this page. So if you've got a lot of sterling items, let's say you've got a sterling tea set. I don't have one in front of me. The sterling tea set weighs quite a bit and could be worth several thousands of dollars. So I need a heavier scale to weigh that. But I'm going to weigh the sterling, right? I'm going to weigh the 10 karat gold, the 14 karat gold, all of them separately. And I'll write down, you know, exactly what the weight is. And I do it by either troy ounces, by grams, or by penny weight. Penny weight is 1/20th of an ounce. Now, here's a way to look at how the breakdown of value goes. And this is kind of tough to read. I'm going to walk through it, but it just kind of gives you a rule of thumb on how to look at it. So let's say when I went through all of your jewelry, you had 1 troy ounce of 14 karat gold and 1 troy ounce of 18 karat gold. All right. So I'm going to multiply the weight times the spot price, which is the current global price for gold and silver, times the percentage. So remember, 14 karat gold is not pure gold. So let's say I've got a 14 karat watch or a chain. Remember, it's 58.5% gold. The other 42% is silver, nickel, tin, copper, other base metals that they mixed with the gold. So again, 14 karat is 0.585 or 58.5%. So if you have 1 troy ounce of 14K multiplied by the spot price, when I made this slide, the spot price was $1,780 times 0.585. So the pure 100% gold value of that jewelry would be 1,041. So you can see it takes just a very small amount of gold. Now, I can't pay that full amount, but I pay a very high percentage of that. But this allows you to kind of gauge what the, you know, the value of your items might be. Now, if you do the same equation for 1 ounce of 18 karat gold, you multiply that times the spot price, but now instead of 0.585, you multiply it by 0.75. All right. So as I go through, I separate out your items, I weigh them. I'm going to pay a very high percentage of what that gold value is, either to you, and then you donate a portion to Elderwerks, or I'll write a check out to Elderwerks directly. Either way, you're going to get a receipt for your items. Now, this kind of shows you, you know, if you're interested, and I give, you know, more educational presentations on gold and silver themselves, and I've done that for Elderwerks. You can go back into the Elderwerks archives. I have the video that I did for them several months ago called Demystifying Gold and Silver. And I share with you the whole history of gold and silver, how it was used as money in the US, all the ways it's used, how you can invest. So again, I'm pretty passionate about gold and silver and like to educate and share information. So if you go to there's different websites, you can see the spot price. This one comes from Kitco, KITCO.com. And here you can see I did a screen grab of what the spot price of gold is. And you see that flowing chart. So it changes minute by minute, you know, Monday through Friday. And then the same, I've got a chart for the spot price of silver. So this is the globally traded price in dollars that you can look up and see at any time if you're curious about what is the value of gold and silver. Now you can go on, you know, watch news on MSNBC, Fox Business, other business channels, and a lot of times you'll see at the bottom, they'll show you the gold price. So what are they showing you? They're showing you what is that spot price of gold at that given moment. All right, so let's recap how this Gold for Good program works. And again, it's a great cause with Elderwerks. I'm very grateful to be a part of this program. So you can gather all of your unwanted gold and silver. Again, it could be damaged, could be dental, could be flatware that you never use. The kids and the grandkids don't want it. You could have, you know, candlesticks. I've got, you know, some props. You could have, you know, other sterling items. You're just not using it. You don't need it. It's got a ton of value, so you're not going to throw it away, but a great cause. So you can go and gather all of these items and you could donate them outright to Elderwerks, drop them off, or I'm happy actually to pick them up too. You know, I go anywhere in Illinois, and the proceeds are going to go to Elderwerks if you donate, or, you know, if you meet with me individually and I buy from you, then you could donate a portion of those proceeds again to Elderwerks for this cause. This kind of goes through that. If you donate outright, you can drop off in Palatine. I will meet you wherever it's convenient, and I can pick up whatever you want me to pick up. And then you will get a receipt afterwards for the value of your donation. So that way you can, at the end of the year during tax time, if you made, a very large donation, then it could be something that could help you with minimizing your taxes. These days, you got to do a very large, but if you donated things like coins and bars, that could add up, very rapidly to thousands and thousands of dollars. Same with a set of flatware, a set of sterling flatware, a 12-person place setting of flatware should be today, with silverware it is today, anywhere from, call it 1,200 to 3,000 based on weight. So again, a lot of value to this stuff. So important for you to get that receipt afterwards. So that's how the program works. Here you can see my contact information. So you can call me on my cell phone, 847-508-0224. You can text me at any time. I will always respond. If you've got items that you just don't know what the heck they are and you want me to help you, you can call me, text me, email me at david@dmk-metal.com. I've got another email address, david@dmkmetal.net. That's my old one, but both will still work. So I encourage you, if you've got any questions, call me, email me. This is the commitment I made to Elderwerks. You can contact me at any time, and would love to raise many, many thousands of dollars for this great cause. There's also, if we meet, there's no pressure for you to sell items to me or donate to Elderwerks. I'm very happy to evaluate anything you want to have evaluated, as long as you're donating or selling something. So if you've got items that have sentimental value, I don't buy things with sentimental value, but you want to know what the value of them are, I'm very happy to do that for you. So just let me know. Thank you, everybody. And thank you, Emily and Elderwerks, for having me be part of this program.
You're welcome. Thanks for a great presentation.
All right. Bye-bye. Have a good
Bye,
week.
everyone.